Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise, get you those insights that really matter. You're listening because you want to get smarter, faster. And today, we're diving into something super practical for so many of you. Modern strategies for rapid English learning in 2025.
Yeah.
Our mission today, it's all about pulling out the most, cutting-edge strategies, the smartest tools, the really modern methods. We want to help you get fluent in English this year. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out, maybe stuck on a plateau, or just want to polish your skills. We've looked at a lot of material to find what really works now.
Yeah, what's really striking looking at this is how it moves past, the old traditional ways. We're not just talking small improvements here. We're exploring how these modern approaches, especially with technology, wow, it can genuinely give you a shortcut, a faster path to feeling informed and, crucially, confident in English. The sources lay out a pretty clear step-by-step approach. It feels achievable, tangible progress.
Okay, modern strategies, yes. But what really jumped out at me first wasn't some fancy new app. It was actually about mindset. It's something lots of learners, maybe even myself sometimes, we overlook it. We think it's just grammar, just vocab lists. What's the real shift the sources point to?
That's exactly it. It really boils down to seeing fluency less as perfect grammar and more as a journey built on, confidence and consistency. It's so easy to get stuck thinking about all the rules, right? But the counterintuitive thing here is that fluency isn't about knowing everything perfectly. It's about doing it consistently and having their confidence to just try. The sources really hammer this home. Seeing mistakes not as failures, but as steps forward. That's the secret sauce. It changes everything about how you learn.
Right, so it's less about fear of messing up and more about just getting on with it, embracing the errors. And the sources give some really specific mindset formulas. They feel quite freeing, actually. Like, forget perfection, aim for progress. Don't just memorize words alone, learn them in context. And this one's key. Don't just study from books. You've got to practice speaking and listening every day. It feels like permission to just do.
Absolutely. And when you adopt that kind of open and active mindset, as the research puts it so well, the whole thing shifts. It stops being learning English, which sounds like a chore, right? And becomes more like training your brain to use it naturally. You're building a skill, a muscle, through actually doing it. It's like you can read about swimming all day, but you only learn when you get in the water.
Thinking about learning English right now, in 2025, there's this one thing that feels like a total superpower, a real game changer we didn't have even a few years back. I'm talking about AI tools. What did the research show about how this just flips the script on learning fast?
Oh, it's completely revolutionary, really. The old model, the classroom with maybe limited speaking time, that's not your only option anymore. The big insight is that your smartphone, the one probably in your pocket or hand right now, becomes your personal English teacher. Hey, and it's not just convenient, it's about access. Personalized practice, literally anytime, anywhere. Think about it. Instant feedback, lessons tailored to you, endless chat practice is all right there.
That is a massive shift. So let's get specific. What are some of these AI-powered tools that really stood out in the research? What are these digital helpers? Well, okay, first up, chatbots and AI tutors. Things like ChatGPT, ELSA Speak, Duolingo Max. These aren't just dictionaries. They let you practice actual conversations, almost like talking to a friend. You can role play, ask questions, get real responses. Then you've got speech correction apps. These listen to how you speak, catch the nuances in your pronunciation, give immediate feedback, helps you sound more natural. It's like having an accent coach 24/7. And don't overlook AI subtitles and translations, like on YouTube or browser extensions. You can learn while watching stuff you enjoy anyway. Makes immersion way easier. And finally, things like Anki, but with AI suggestions for flashcards. It makes remembering vocabulary super easy because it learns what you struggle with.
And here's a really crucial tip from the sources, something that takes AI beyond just chatting. Don't just talk to the AI. Actively record yourself speaking. Then, compare it with how a native speaker sounds. Maybe find clips online or use the AI itself. That active comparison, that's where the real learning kicks in. It makes a huge difference. And the claim, it's a bold one, is that using AI daily, even just for 15 minutes, can potentially double your learning speed compared to only traditional study.
Double. Wow.
Yeah, it's a significant claim. Shows the power of that small, daily, tech-boosted effort.
Okay, so we've got mindset, we've got this tech revolution, but let's tackle another classic sticking point, vocabulary. It's so easy to just memorize lists, right? Memorize without context, and then the words just float there. You can't actually use them when you need to speak. How do we fix that in 2025?
Right, and this next point about vocabulary really grabbed me because it flips the old method completely. It's not primarily about memory. It's fundamentally about usage. Think about learning to drive. You don't just memorize car part names, do you? You learn what they do, how to use them to actually go somewhere. Same with words. The goal isn't just recognizing hospital. It's knowing how and when to use it naturally in a sentence.
That's a really helpful way to think about it. Usage, not just memory. So what are the fastest, most effective ways the sources suggest for building usable vocabulary now? Okay, first, the 80-20 rule. You might know it as Pareto principle. Applied here, it means focus hard on the most common 1,000, 2,000 words. Why? Because these relatively few words cover something like 80% of everyday conversations. That's massive leverage, huge bang for your buck. Second, and this is so important, learn phrases, not just single words. Instead of just learning book, read a book, buy a book, borrow a book. You get the usage, the context immediately.
Exactly. How it fits with other words.
Third, this is where AI flashcards are great. Always, always save example sentences. Their research had this great comparison. Bad. Just translating. Like, hospital, what about, 10, okay, maybe useful, but limited. Good. An actual sentence like, I went to the hospital because I was sick. See? Context, grammar, much more memorable.
Big difference.
Fourth, have a clear daily plan. Like, learn 5 new words, review 10 old ones every single day. That's 15 words daily. Sounds small, but it adds up incredibly fast. That's potentially 5,000 words in a year. Think about that.
Wow, yeah.
And finally, maybe the most crucial, use what you learn immediately. If you learn the word appointment today, the advice is use it in, say, 3 sentences right away. Like, I have an appointment tomorrow, or can we schedule an appointment? Oh no, I missed my appointment. Make it active.
That immediate application is just vital. It cements it. It reinforces that vocabulary isn't just stored knowledge. It's an active tool. You need to speak it, write it, play with it until it feels automatic. That's how you build those connections in your brain so you can grab the word when you need it without thinking.
Okay, let's move to the active skills then. Listening and speaking. Because fluency isn't just knowing words, it's understanding people and responding, quickly, naturally, in real time.
Precisely. And if you look at the big picture of fluency, that daily intentional practice for both listening and speaking, it's just non-negotiable. You can't skip it. You have to actively train your ears to understand and your mouth to actually produce the sounds and sentences.
Yeah.
It's the difference between watching a sport and playing it.
Totally. So for listening practice, the sources have some great, really practical strategies. First, daily immersion. Simple. Listen to English podcasts, audiobooks, YouTube.
Yeah.
Whatever you like, every day. And the cool thing is, even if you don't catch every word, maybe only 60, 70%, your brain is still absorbing the rhythm, the intonation, the patterns. It adapts subconsciously. Second, the subtitles method. Watch something with English subtitles first, get the main idea. Then watch it again, same thing, but without the subtitles. Really pushes your listening comprehension.
Active listening.
And third, something called the shadowing technique. This one's powerful, but maybe feels a bit strange at first. You basically repeat what you hear, word for word, trying to copy the speaker's exact tone, speed, rhythm, like an echo.
It sounds weird, but it works.
It really does. It massively improves your pronunciation, your rhythm, how natural you sound.
And that flows perfectly into speaking practice, which, let's be honest, this is often the scary part for learners, right? The hesitation point. But the research gives some really practical, low-pressure ways to get over that hump.
Yeah, the methods are surprisingly simple but effective. First one, just talk to yourself. Describe what you're doing during the day, out loud, in English. Like, okay, I'm making coffee now, need to leave for work at 8:30.
Yeah.
Sounds maybe a bit odd, but it gets your mouth moving, forming English sentences without any pressure.
No judgment zone.
Exactly. Second, use language exchange apps. Things like HelloTalk or Tandem. You can chat with real people, native speakers, or other learners. It's great for authentic practice. And third, role play. Pretend you're in different situations. Ordering food, giving a short presentation, making a phone call. Do it all in English. Practice those scenarios out loud.
And a pro tip here from the research is gold. Record your voice once a week, then listen back after a month. Compare. You'll see massive progress. Seeing that improvement yourself, that's huge for confidence. Ultimately, it boils down to this. Listening trains your brain to think in English. Speaking trains your mouth to express English naturally. Two sides of the same coin, both vital.
Okay, let's tackle the G word. Grammar. It causes so much anxiety, doesn't it? I know I used to think I had to master every single tiny rule before I could speak. But the good news, for 2025 learners, you really don't need to drown in heavy grammar books to get fluent.
Oh, that's such a relief for so many people.
Yeah.
And it begs the question, right? What's the simpler way? The research points to a really key shift. Learn grammar in use, not in theory. It's about seeing how grammar actually works in real conversations, in real sentences, not just memorizing abstract rules you can't apply.
Yeah.
Practicality first.
Exactly. And the strategy outline is super practical. First, focus on the essential tenses. Present simple, past simple, future simple, and present continuous. Just those four. Why? The research suggests they cover 80% of daily conversations, like I eat breakfast, present. I ate breakfast. I'll eat breakfast, future. I am eating breakfast, continuous. Start there. Master those.
Covers most situations.
For sure. Second, leverage AI. Use tools like Grammarly or just ask ChatGPT to check your writing. You get instant corrections. That immediate feedback loop helps you learn from mistakes naturally without needing a teacher for every sentence. Builds your intuition. And third, practice mini dialogues. Really simple back and forth like A, what are you doing? B, I'm studying English. Practicing these helps you internalize correct sentence structures in a natural conversational way. Turns rules into habits.
And making grammar simpler like this, it does wonders. It reduces stress and gains confidence. You're focusing on communication, not perfection. Plus, let's be real, even native speakers make grammar mistakes. We all do, but we still communicate effectively. That's the real goal.
Okay, so we've got mindset, tech, vocab, listening, speaking, simpler grammar. Let's tie it all together. How do we make this happen consistently? Let's talk about a concrete daily English routine, because consistency is where many people falter. How can consistency beat intensity?
The million-dollar question. And what's really fascinating, looking at the sources, is how they show that this steady daily effort, even if it's concise, can lead to really natural understanding and speaking surprisingly quickly. Maybe noticeable progress in just 6 months. It's that compounding effect. Small, regular actions add up massively over time. Showing up daily, even for a short burst, beats those long, exhausting cram sessions that you can't sustain.
And the research even gives a great example routine. It totals just 55 minutes daily, which sounds, well, actually doable for most people, right? Like morning, maybe 10 minutes. Read a short English article, underline 5 new words. Done. Afternoon, maybe 15 minutes. Listen to a podcast or video while commuting or doing chores. Passive listening counts. Evening, maybe 20 minutes. Actively speak out loud, talk about your day, role play a situation from earlier. And then night, maybe 10 minutes. Quick vocabulary review with those flashcards. Boom, 55 minutes.
It's broken down, manageable, fits into the gaps. And besides the daily stuff, the research also highlights weekly challenges. Get. These are designed specifically to push you outside your comfort zone just a little bit each week. Build confidence step by step. Examples could be, Week 1, just introduce yourself confidently in English. Week 2, try ordering food in English. Week 3, tell a short, simple story. Week 4, challenge yourself to speak for 3 minutes straight without stopping. Little structured goals.
It really all comes back to that core idea, doesn't it? Consistency beats intensity. The sources really emphasize it's much better to practice 1 hour daily for 30 days than study 8 hours one day and then just stop. Build the habit. That's the path. Okay, so let's quickly recap the big themes from this deep dive into modern strategies for rapid English learning in 2025. We hit on the vital importance of the right mindset, progress over perfection. We talked about leveraging AI tools, your amazing digital tutor, smart vocabulary tactics focusing on usage, not just memory, dynamic listening and speaking practice, getting active, simplified grammar rules to build confidence fast, and finally wrapping it all in a consistent, manageable daily routine, building that crucial habit.
Absolutely. And it really underscores that core message from all the research. Fluency is not magic. It's a habit, plain and simple. Every single day, you speak a little, listen a little, learn a little, you're laying another brick on that path to confidence. It's not one giant leap. It's those consistent small steps adding up over time.
So our call to action for you listening is clear. Make this year, make 2025 the year you stop saying, oh, I'm learning English, and you start saying, confidently I speak English. The tools are here. The strategies make sense. Now it's just about that consistent action.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with. Think about how these strategies, the mindset shift, the consistent habits, using modern tools smartly, how they don't just apply to English. This could be your blueprint for mastering any new skill you want to tackle, coding, music, anything. The principles, they're universal for faster, more effective learning in today's world. Something to ponder.